What's up, Assassins? So, now that we've got some of the river raids under our belt, and we kind of feel more Viking than we did prior to the game, I'm kind of wondering, did Ubisoft miss the mark when it came to created a Viking-style game? There's a lot of stuff that goes on in this game that really does not feel very Viking. It feels either very RPG or very much like we are just getting items and things that are just not related to Vikings. So here's a couple of things that I was looking into, and I'd like to know your opinion. I'm Dark Shard of the YouTube Assassin. Let's get into this. Now, I personally am not a Viking expert. It wasn't a period of time that I really paid a lot of attention to. I'm only starting to look certain things up and take certain interests, obviously, because of the game. Again, this is not a way to learn history. It is a way to kind of get interested in history, look it up yourself, research it, and figure out what went down. Now, Ubisoft does have certain things in place. In the main game, there were the raids on the monasteries so that you could obtain items so that you could basically create your settlement. As far as like other things go, like the legends of Lothbrok and things like that, they actually did get as close to the lore that they could, or at least lore that I've seen. So they did do certain things there. But there were like many other areas that it just seems like they did not hit the goal. So again, we do have areas where we do have to go out and we do have to help other Vikings, make alliances and stuff like that. I really don't know the history, so I can't verify that that history is all true or that they actually did all that kind of stuff. You guys have actually known more about the history, and you guys really do comment either, oh, that happened, that was possible, this is an actual person, that happened, this is not cool, whatever. And obviously all the things that happen in Jotunheim and that happen in Asgard are fictional. They happened, but it's their interpretation of what happened, because those places obviously did not exist and do not exist to this day, so we really have no history other than stories. And again, I'm not going to profess to be an authority on that lore or anything like that. But for the most part, the main game, it does have a lot of like wild things that we're doing. It does look like some type of thing where it's Vikings versus the English and what their clashes would be, what the prejudices would be and stuff like that. They've got like all these like little side quests, those annoying Carnstones. We have the mysteries, we have wealth that we could take. We've got the masks, which, I mean, are kind of weird. These stones that you find around that you've got to line up with the Celtic symbols and everything, that's kind of cool. That seems a little bit Viking. Obviously, you know, like finding all these points and ports and everything, probably not so much. You know, but for the most part, they did have a lot of stuff that they kind of had to fit in a game that's dealing with Vikings. How do you do that? You know, how would you go about that? I could see the difficulty in kind of making something that would interest you, that would kind of be time consuming. You go around, you do pillage, you do find things in Norway, England, and later on in Vinland. But as far as that goes, I could see where certain things are similar and certain things are very Viking. But there's one place where it doesn't work. And that realm is in the outfits, the sets. The Berserker set, this is a premium set. This looks kind of Viking. Uh, Again, it's premium. It's not from the game, but it does have a Viking look to it. The Einharnher set, I hope I said that correctly, really doesn't. This is one of the very few things that we can get in-game, and that's the max look. It looks kind of here and there. The Hidden One set really does not look like it, but again, it's supposed to be kind of like an assassin set, so I could see why it doesn't look perfectly Viking. Thor set, that's obvious. I mean, you've got the whole lore look. It doesn't have a lot of fur on it, but it does look like something that Thor would wear as far as battle plates go and whatnot. This set, the Modronite set, I guess this we got during the Yule event, kind of looks Viking. You know, some of these sets really have just fur thrown on them, and I don't know if like that's enough to make it Viking. Uh, this Thane set definitely does not look Viking at all. Uh, you know, but then again, would they wear those battle plates? Would they wear that kind of stuff? Did everything have to have fur? The Raven Clan set, this is the highest form of it, the mythical. The helmet kind of looks out of place. But again, in England, would they alter their stuff? This is the Niflheim set. Kind of looks Viking. Looks kind of weird. And then there are sets like this, the Carolinian set, which you get from Twitch. And this just looks very English soldier. I mean, maybe they would pick up parts off of other soldiers, and that's how they came up with this look. I don't know. The Draugr set, obviously, this is another premium set, like the Niflheim set and the Berserker set. You know, this does look very Viking. It looks, you know, like they're taking you to the dead or something. Another set we get from the actual game, the Mentor set. And again, this kind of looks like an assassin set. And I gotta say, a lot of these sets really just look like cut and paste of most of the sets we have, or we get. The Valkyrie set, obviously, this does look like something very Viking. And, you know, like I could see them going about that. The Galaglick set, this looks kind of Viking. Again, the helmet kind of looks out of place, and a lot of you have been telling me as much. In fact, a lot of these sets, a lot of you have been telling me that some pieces go with, some pieces don't. You know, put in the comments below what you think are the best sets. This right here, the Brigadine set, another set that just looks like it came off of like English soldiers. But again, we could probably explain that. It just, I don't know, it kind of does look out of place in some places. A lot of the weapons do as well. A lot of the armors, the shields and whatnot. This right here, the Magister set, this also looks like the Hidden One set. It looks like this, the Mentor set, and the Hidden Ones were all the same kind of style. This one right here is the Huntsman set, and it does kind of look Viking, but as you could see, it's also definitely the Modronite set that we got out of the Yule festival. So that's kind of like weird. And then finally, the St. George set, which we got from the River Raids, and a lot of you really like it just because it looks very Templar-like, but a lot of you don't like it because you're looking for something very Viking. You know, so I didn't pay for like a lot of these sets. I got some of them because of the edition that I got. It came with the edition, and then some of them I actually purchased just to prove a point as far as like some of my videos went. But the most Viking that we're seeing right now is what's going on now, where we're actually doing the river raids. A lot of people were kind of upset that we didn't have something like this, and they gave it directly to us. So as far as missing the mark, though, what about all the other activities that we do? You know, also, the people that we have in our settlement, we have like the Asian trader, we have, I mean, the English guy who's taking care of the stables. I could kind of see the Roman guy, the Greek guy that's there. I don't see why he'd be there or want to be there. And the same thing with the artists. Like, I don't see why the artists would want to be there. Not to say that the Vikings didn't have their own forms of art or anything, but that guy's clearly English. He's not even Viking. So it's just kind of weird that they have, you know, these people like loaded in here. And maybe with the upcoming DLCs, you know, we'll get like a little more clarity as to like, you know, the roles that some of those people have and how we go about, you know, like further adventures and stuff. But I kind of feel like they missed a lot of like what the Vikings were. Obviously, pillaging, plundering, they couldn't have any naughtiness go on because, you know, they would obviously get canceled. People would be up in arms over that. But a lot of the activities that we do in the game just feel out of place. they feel out of place and they feel like they don't belong there, they don't belong in the game, or they don't belong in England. Like some of those activities I feel are more suited towards Norway, you know, where they had come from. So I don't see why we had all that stuff there. Plus, why were they not doing any raids while they were in Norway? Why did we leave Norway so early? Why, when we returned, was it really not that climactic? You know, there could have been like other things that we did there. There should have been more lore, which I'm hoping the 2 DLCs coming up actually give us some more lore, because it is kind of interesting. But let me know in the comments below, like, what do you think? Did Ubisoft miss the mark when it came to this game? Are there things that they should have included that they didn't? What would you like to see more of, or what they should have had as far as lore or anything like that? I'd love to hear from you. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, by all means, like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. Plus, you'll be the first to see whenever I put out any new videos like this, cheats, or other builds and whatnot. Other than that, like I said before, thank you for watching. Stay safe. Take care out there. Take care of each other. I'll see you guys in the next one.